I'm Victoria Cooksey, and I'm really excited because today we're going to be making a portobello, mushroom, basil, roasted red pepper, and all that and more sandwich. Now, my inspiration for this sandwich came from a grocery store that's in Port Townsend called Aldrich's. Now, if you happen to be a craft chocolate fan, Aldrich carries Dick Taylor chocolate. If you're a coffee fan, they have Conduit Coffee as their coffee bar. And if you like wine, they have some interesting wines, plus, groceries. So, probably, I don't know, a couple months ago, I was there, and you know how you can buy like a part of a sandwich? And it was portobello mushroom, and it was basil, and it was kind of like on a baguette-ish type bread. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need more of this sandwich. I need like a lot. Also, several years back, I made a lot of mushroom cooking videos, and the first one, Lion's Mane mushroom video, has like 44,000 views. So I know there's some mushroom fans out there. So I have been thinking of you. But this sandwich was like, okay, we've got to do this. And of course, I don't know exactly their formula, so I've made my version of this. Okay. So first thing that's a little different is they did like a normal baguette-ish kind of bread. I went with a sourdough baguette. And I went with that one because I find those to have a bit more flavor, a little bit moisture, so it kind of lasts a little longer, and also I think they're just a little bit easier to bite into. Plus, sometimes the sourdough baguettes are a little bit bigger as well. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to cut the baguette down the middle, and then I actually went through and pulled out a little bit of the crumb. Now, you don't have to throw that away. You can make, breadcrumbs, stuffing. If you make a soup with bread, throw that in there. So it's not wasted, so don't worry. But what that does, it gives a little more room for the filling, and then when you put it together, it helps the filling stay in there a little better. What I did next was, on the bottom piece, I put a 6.5 ounce jar of basil pesto. Then, I cooked up the portobello mushrooms at my store this time round were kind of medium to large, so I've got a combo of medium to large portobello mushrooms to equal 6 of them. I cut up a medium-sized shallot, just made where it cooked in olive oil so it was soft. Then I chopped up roughly the portobello mushrooms, kind of think bite size. Cooked those with salt and pepper, and then right at the end I put a little red wine vinegar, a tablespoon worth, just to add that little flavor and cook it another minute or two. And you're just cooking the mushrooms until it's the texture you like. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put that all the way down the length of this on the basil part. If you don't have portobello mushrooms, you could, just buy a whole bunch of cremini, or you could do a mix of mushrooms that you like. But I was like, ooh, portobello, these really seem to suit this sandwich, and I was kind of trying to stay to the inspiration. So thank you, Aldrich's, for the inspiration. And of course, if you're in Port Townsend, go see them and buy one there if you don't want to make one. But anyways, like I said, I don't know what they put in their mushrooms when they cooked it for it, but this is what I did with mine. So you've got that all the way down the length of it. We don't want to lose any of those. Next up, what I did was I got a jar of roasted red bell peppers. This jar is around 12 ounces, so I used half of it, or kind of the equivalent of about 4 of them. And then I just take them out of the jar, slit them. If there's any seeds, take it out, and then I just roughly chopped them. Again, you're going to cut these the size that you want them based on what you like to bite. If you want slices, you could do that, but I just kind of did a rough chop. And again, you're just taking this all the way down. And I did find like 4 of them worked pretty good for this size of sourdough baguette. And if you're a bread maker, you could make the bread yourself. This could be a great way to use it up. Okay, so we got that. Now, on their sandwich, they also did spinach, and I'll be honest, I don't really find like a layer of spinach brings really, in my opinion, flavor, but I think it brings a really nice color, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just so when this is cut open, you've got that extra layer of color. So I just, regular spinach. Sometimes those tails can be a bit tough, so sometimes I'll take those off. I'm just putting these down the center. Now, I'll be honest, when I think about the red and the green on here, it really makes me think of holiday time. And if I were doing a lunch of holiday cooking or eating a lot of turkeys and hams and prime rib, I kind of want to have one of these sandwiches maybe stashed in the fridge for myself. Or this could be great if you did have people over, you needed like a lunch or snacks. It's really, you can slice this into a lot of pieces, so it's going to go a long way. So So again, you know, just put as much spinach as you want. You can always put more, of course, depending what you like. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Now, what I did with the other half is I also kind of, this is the top piece, I went through and took that bread out, and then I drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit. And then I took 8 ounces of soft, fresh goat cheese and put that down the middle and then just kind of pushed it in a little bit. That's going to help it stay in and again make space for all the filling. I'm going to get rid of just those couple little pieces that came off. And then all you got to do is top it like that. Now, this type of sandwich, obviously you could eat it right away. But we actually found, my husband and I, that if I kind of cut it in half, wrap it in parchment paper, and keep it in the fridge overnight, the flavors meld together even more. And when you bite into it, the filling stays in even better. So it's really up to you. If you want that really crispness to the baguette, eat it today. But, you know, you could wrap it up and even an hour or two eat it, or the next day, and it's going to be totally fine. I'm going to try to cut this since I just put it together. Hopefully it'll cut decently for us to show you the middle. And if you follow me on Instagram, when I post that I did this video, I will also put a close-up shot of this sandwich so you can see it. But, and that's just half of it. That might work. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you make this sandwich or what's your favorite mushroom. And follow me on Instagram, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that little like button to the video and share it if you like as well. And I've got 2 lion's mane mushroom videos. I got like a porcini one. I think maybe a morel one. I don't know. I've got some different ones. I can't remember them all. And I also have a couple craft chocolate bar reviews with mushrooms too. So there's some mushrooms out there. All right, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think. And I think I have dinner for tonight and tomorrow. All right, see ya next time. Thanks.